Well, hello there.
Oh, wow,
Okay.
you don't have to yell. You don't have to yell.
I know I'm being
I
too much.
promise.
Sorry, I'm being extra because it's Jersey. Okay.
It's
Hi,
Jersey.
guys.
It's Jersey.
It's Jersey. Welcome back, guys. We're back for our Real Housewives of New Jersey after party, which is one of my favorite things because, of course, we do our regular recaps where we go through the entire episode, but this is more like fresh on your mind. Tomorrow on our main channel, Up and Adam, the first one, obviously, this is like our little crazy sister channel, but we will be joined by Ryan Bailey at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific for a full Real Housewives of New Jersey recap. But in the meantime, Jason has some questions, so I have
Dude,
the
I
answers.
have so many questions.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Hit me with
because, tonight, if you guys are joining us for Anchor Watch really quick, I have a big question for Captain Sean. Do you remember that Captain Sean was sitting right next to Tom and Ariana at the Spilling Tea live show last year?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Mm.
Okay, Jersey has been like amazing so far this season. We love our ladies of Jersey. Look how close you are.
I know, you're like right in my face. Get out of here.
Oh,
Okay.
God. All right. Jersey, I have to talk about one of my favorite ladies and just get your opinion, please.
Danielle.
She's my favorite this season.
Oh, my God, I love her.
I'm sorry.
Where
like,
do I go with it?
Hold on. I don't know. Do we jump to the end? Do we talk about her fully? Like, what the hell happens here? Because she's like great energy. I think she's a good mix of this like kind of a young mom coming into all of these kind of veteran ladies who have experience on the show.
Right.
And I think she's kind of like gold, and I love her family.
Yes, and I love that they brought on another younger housewife with her, so it's not like she's so young and doesn't fit in with the group. Like almost like Crystal Kung Minkoff, when they brought her onto the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there was a clear age gap. She just turned 40. You know what I mean? So bringing on Danielle and Rachel Fuda, Rachel was 31 when she's filming this. That's 8 years younger than you. 2 years older than me. That's
Wow.
crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
And we met her family at the Jersey Shore. What do you think about her family? Because I love her Nona.
Oh, I love Nona. Listen, her family, you can tell she has that Jersey family. Both newbies, the ones who snagged the real full-time positions, you can tell by the way that they operate their families. Let me just go through it really quick. Danielle is such a stage mom. She has her daughter, her son, and her husband. They're a hot family. They're so cute, and they have so much energy. She loves to be on social media. She's very current, and I think that that's perfect for the show. And also for producers, it's like a dream. And then we have Rachel. Rachel has her husband. She has a brand new little baby. Well, not, I mean, yeah, kind of. She has a little baby. And then she has her stepson. And her stepson's 15, and he's partying down at the Jersey Shore. He's drinking some vodka. And she's like, you think you can pull one over on me? I was 15 like 3 years ago. So it's like, it's different, you know? So she has all this energy. And then the family, especially when they're talking about, they're sitting there and she's like, yeah, I went over to Teresa's housewarming party or a love bubble party. And we're talking, and I met this Jennifer Aiden girl, and she told me that I had a shitty nose job. And they're all like, that's not right. And then Nona was like, don't say that. But Nona got it way wrong.
Okay, there are so many people in the chat. So Val says she loves Danielle and Rachel. Cocktails with Lovable Lisa says, sorry, not feeling Rachel. So I think it's still early, right? We're only 5 episodes in this season.
I think the only person, unless the live chat disagrees with me, I feel like the only person that everyone is certain right now, as far as like how casting goes, would be Danielle. Danielle is obviously just very good casting. She's not going anywhere. She is good. She is made for this. She is going to be here for a long time. She is the person to watch because this is her first season, yes, but we're going to watch her move into her new mansion in a few years when she's getting that housewife salary. We're going to watch her daughter. No, but seriously, we're going to watch her daughter grow up. We're going to watch her son grow up. We're going to watch her and her husband. There's going to be skeletons that come out of the closet because that's what happens when you're on reality TV, but they aren't going anywhere.
Okay, I want to stay on the topic of Danielle, actually, because I have questions, right? Because I just watched this with you, and I have a different perspective on some things than you when it comes to Jersey, but I do have to say, Danielle and her family, before we get into thoughts on her brother and that relationship and what that could possibly be, because everyone is kind of like, do you not talk to your brother because he made fun of you on Instagram or doesn't like you on Instagram? Or is there something more to the story? Are we going to find out that later in the season? But besides that, and before your thoughts on that, what did we think about that birthday party she threw for her daughter?
Oh my God.
Because this was the best kids' birthday party I think we've ever seen on The Real Housewives.
Especially, you know, when the other housewives are sitting there and they are just in awe. Like, they're bringing their kids. They're happy. They're like, oh, my God, this is so cute. I'm not dissing anyone, but Robin Dixon, do you remember Real Housewives of Potomac when she hosted Field Day? And it looked like we went into our garage and we picked up a bunch of like potato sacks and like shit out of our fridge and then put it together.
We don't have that in our garage.
Okay, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
like we just put a bunch of shit together and we probably spent about $50 and then threw it and we're like, hey, come film Field Day. Like, I'm happy that Danielle, I love this about Jersey is that they are so extra and she is so extra. And I think it's fun to see her, especially as a mom that's like, she reminds me of a young Teresa with her daughter wearing the bow. She's like, I don't.
Is that a gift or a curse?
Oh, right now it's too, listen, right now it's too soon to tell. But I think for her, she's showcasing. She's like, I don't care about the bags and the stuff and the designer. She's like, you know what makes me happy is seeing my kids happy. So if they get a moment and they get a birthday, then I'm happy. I love Danielle.
Oh my God. So the live chat's like in it tonight and I love it.
Uh-oh.
But so we have a no for Jen Fessler.
Okay.
But the other two are amazing
I
TV.
like Jen Fessler.
Okay?
I think that she's a good, wait, but
I mean, listen, kicking someone out of your house at a lunch party, that's a good start.
Yeah, but also I think that first of all, okay, Jen Fessler was a little bit extra when she's like, I have neighbors. I mean, if I get pissed off and I'm in a heated argument, I don't care if I'm in an apartment, the whole building will hear me. I don't care about neighbors. So when she's saying that, I get it. Yes, you're in like a Hampton style home. You have neighbors. I don't see your neighbors. So when Margaret and Jen are yelling at each other, let them yell at each other. But I feel like she plays a good mediator. But she's still a biased mediator because she's still friends with Margaret Josephs. And when she asked...
Well, it's funny, though, because I find her still in the middle on that she doesn't really want to step in with where she stands.
No, that's because that's not... It's because she... I don't want to call her like... It's not a weak thing. It's because she doesn't necessarily want to jump into all of the drama because she's not inherently a dramatic person. So that's the difference in what we're getting. Because if you watch Rachel and you watch Danielle and they're like, don't put your hands in my face. And trust me, honey, you would know if I put your hands in my face because I'm from Staten Island. You know what I mean? Like, this is how they talk.
Yeah.
And they get very in it and they know reality TV. So they're like, if you want a problem, then we'll have a problem. Whereas Jen Fessler's like, girl, relax, eat the fried chicken, shut the up, sit down, and don't scream because my neighbors, I don't want to hear them bitch about it. I have an HOA and I don't want to get violated. They're very different.
Oh God, an HOA.
No,
okay, listen. No, okay. Val brings a really good point. I wonder how much that 5-year-old's birthday party cost, but I don't care. They can afford it. They can afford it, and also they did it like. If you're going to spend that much money on a birthday party,
they did it right.
They did it right.
But
like
also,
100%.
Guys, it's a write-off, right? we're doing this on TV. We get to write off up to like what 50% of it. She gets to throw the birthday party. We're paying the actress probably about $500 for the party, everything. I'm gonna say that we're in for about $10,000.
And like I said, going back to like the brother thing with Danielle, I think it's too early to tell what that relationship is like or what we're gonna hear about that, don't you?
Well, the thing is like we also heard that there was turmoil before Joe and Melissa Gorga ever joined the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and we only heard Teresa's side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So are we kind of getting into it because he got married, the brother got married? What does the brother's wife look like? Can she be a housewife? Can we bring them on? Do we have a new Teresa Melissa dynamic? You know what I mean? Just a younger, fresher one.
Is that what they're trying to do?
I don't know because this could make sense, but also fighting with your sibling over social media. Like if my brothers message me and they're like, what the hell are you doing on Instagram? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, you look stupid. I'm like, yeah, probably, but it's not the end of the world. So what are you doing? What are you guys doing for dinner? You guys want to go out? You don't want to go out? I don't know.
Why are you turning Jersey on me right now?
Because I'm in Jersey mode. But I'm saying I don't fight with my siblings over social media. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, so I want to jump because I want to talk about Melissa, Teresa, and I want to talk about their kids and their relationship that they have with each other or trying to have with each other. But I do want to jump on this really quick. Jamie says both Margaret and Jen hit way below the belt.
Yes.
Out of control. And I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Like, I really do agree. I'm like, I thought you lady, like, they can't. And Jennifer really bothers Margaret. It's like it's really telling.
It kind of gave me Real Housewives of Atlanta Candy Burst. I am not Michelle Obama. If you go low, I'm going low with you. Like that is exactly, honestly, that's what I got out of it because Jennifer Aiden, they both hit way below the belt. They know what's going to trigger each other. She's looking at Margaret and she's like, at least I have a family. She knows that Margaret Josephs had an affair. Her ex-husband just recently passed away. Rest in peace. That's extremely sad. And when she had the affair, she lost her kids in that affair because her kids took her ex-husband's side. She's been very vocal about that. So her family was broken apart by a decision that she made because she fell in love with someone else. Okay, you're pulling at someone's, you're triggering. And then for Margaret, she knows, okay, you're going to hit me with that. Well, at least I have a happy marriage, girl, because I'm not seeking out somebody who I don't even know for a marriage counselor, and my husband's not cheating on me. And then it's like, oh shit. Okay, so you just hit below the belt too. So they both know. And until we get to a common ground, we just have reality TV gold, which is really awful for them, but great for us.
This is true.
Sorry.
This is true. Okay, I want to jump on the Melissa Teresa situation, right?
Okay.
Because this is like what's been driving. I mean, like comments and sides. Like
Mm.
there's like team. I don't know what do they call themselves. Something Teresa tree huggers or something like that.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
then you have
something.
like Team Gorga and all of that jazz. But really, we've been playing this storyline for way too long, and I feel like something just needs to happen. And I feel really sorry for the kids right now because both like Gia, Melania, and everyone else, and Antonia, they're all at an age where they don't really need to deal with their mother's drama, you know? But like Antonia says to Melissa, she's like, we don't really get into your shit. We don't focus on your guys' like fights and stuff like that. But then you fast forward to Teresa trying on or getting ready for her wedding and choosing out her dress, and
Talking to her daughters.
yeah, and Melania's gonna like, if Joe doesn't come to the wedding, that is a wrap.
Yeah. Wow. I think that they don't talk about it, but I think that the kids obviously still have their own opinions. You know, when Melissa's pointing out that Antonia is about to drive, she's on social media, her and Melania follow each other on Instagram and Snapchat. They see everything that we see. Like, you know how when we open up our Instagram and they're in the middle of filming and all of a sudden it's like Melissa and Teresa go to bat and it's all of the articles are coming out and we have to wait until the show comes on to actually know what's going on. They see this, but they grew up with it. So this isn't really new to them. Their whole life on social media has been witnessing this drama.
Their whole life has been on this show,
Right. That's
which
what I'm
is
saying.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all they know. So when they see it, for them, it's just kind of like noise. And I really love the fact that the kids are mature enough to be like, you know what? My mom doesn't like your mom doesn't like my mom. We're still family. We have the same grandparents and we can still be family, even though that they're not necessarily getting along. That's very mature for kids. Because I would be like, I would say to my aunt or uncle, you're talking about my mom? I want to get stupid? You know what I mean? God, Jersey really affects me. I turn into like
Jersey is like a weird. I
I
don't
turn
know.
snooky.
You know what's so funny is like Jennifer Aiden. I'm not like, I don't know. I don't know where I sit with her really. You know, I'm not as invested in Jersey as I am in some of the other franchises. But she admits that Bill's not a great co-parent,
Mm-hmm.
and they need to do counseling and they need marriage counseling. And what do you think about the point that Jen brings up where she's like, you know, I love the life we've built together, and I'm not just gonna run away. I'm gonna like stick and stay. What do you think about that? I mean, especially after this cheating shit.
I think that's a personal decision. I mean, we're sitting here talking about the scandal of it all, right?
Right.
So,
That's a whole different
I mean,
situation.
it's a whole different situation. Jennifer Aiden has kids with this man. I think that this man, I think it's almost like I'm man, you're woman. I provide. I go and work, and you stay home with the kids. And I don't know if there's an element of their culture, the Turkish culture, that plays into this. And I also think maybe there's an element of the Turkish culture that plays into you don't walk away. Like when the going gets tough, you don't get going. You know?
I mean, do you think that every relationship, every marriage, everything has problems, right? So it's really what you decide to do with it at the end
It's
of the
what
day.
you decide to deal with. Really, it's like, what are you putting up with? Because to each their own. I mean, if you ask the live chat right now, if your spouse cheated on you while you have kids at home, would you sit there and try to fight through it and make it work, or do you walk away? That's
I mean, a lot of people would say too, was it an emotional thing? Was it a sexual thing? Was it a whatever it was? I mean,
Mhm.
that's still a hard decision. I do have to give props for at least trying, you know, and going through the counseling. But it seems like, I don't know, when they're sitting at the table, I think it was last episode, Jen and Bill together, right?
Mhm.
The one that I accidentally put this on your other channel.
Yeah.
Um, it just seemed like their communication was kind of like Lisa and Lenny at that point.
Yeah, I think that it seems like there's a disconnect, but I also don't know how uncomfortable he is or how comfortable he is really being on camera right now after last season, because he was blasted out last season. And you have to remember, this doesn't just play out on national television. This plays into their daily lives. There are people who will walk up to him in
His
the grocery store,
practice.
his practice. People will say, "Why did you cheat on your wife?" Like, people notice you and they have questions and they get invested. There are other women out there who are who are hurting with Jennifer Aiden because her husband cheated on her, who will have no problem calling him out. So I I commend her for staying. I commend her for trying to make her family work. I think that's a really tough decision. Um, if he did it multiple times, yeah, walk away. But in this moment,
There's some
what
good
do you say?
there's some good things in the live chat. Maya says Jen's relationship with Bill changed and they are trying to work together and fix it, but they need a therapy so they can hear each other, which is true. Sometimes people they think that someone's not listening and they're just not hearing. Coffee Buzz said, "I'm walking the fuck out."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean,
Casey said, "I would try to fight through it because I'm a product of a broken home because of cheating." And Val
right.
Porter says, "Every relationship is different. Initially, I would try to work it out or work it through." I mean, like that's
I, I think it's really kind of crazy. Like, you can't necessarily speak to someone's situation, especially when we have, I mean, we can talk about it, sure, but when we get an edited version down so little, you know what I mean? And there's such a huge cast, and we're getting the tiniest bits and the most awkward bits that are going to make for the best TV.
yeah.
We don't know their relationship. So, yes, we know that there was infidelity. Yes, we know that she has 500 children and 500 bathrooms. We get all of that. There's a lifestyle, okay? But she decided to make this work. All right, let's leave it alone. If this happens again, you can tell because Jennifer Aiden has changed from the woman that she was when she joined the show. She has her footing. If Bill looks at her crazy or says something or interrupts her, she's like, "I'm not done talking, Bill, shut up." And that was not the same Jennifer Aiden before. She was a lot more submissive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, the live chat is on it tonight.
Mhm.
I love people's opinions. We have almost 100 in the room right now. Say hi.
Hi, guys.
Okay, so if you had to rate this episode as a whole, what would you rate it and what are you looking forward to in next week's episode?
You know, I would probably give it about a 7. And
Oh, I really enjoyed it.
yeah, no, but
I would give it a 7.5. You
I'm
didn't ask
enjoying
me.
New Jersey, period, though. So I think that this is like a 7 for New Jersey. Um, I I would give it a 7, and what I'm looking forward to is I still want more Dolores. I want to see more of Dolores and Polly. I want to get to those moments, but I feel like right now we're heavily focusing on making sure that we're aware and familiar enough with the newbies, like
Yeah.
Jen Fessler, Rachel Fuda, and also Danielle. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Danielle, I was just talking to you on Instagram. I will, you have to pronounce it for me. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll Google it. My thing is like going into future episodes, I want to see more of Dolores. I want to see how these relationships form. But a lot of the trailer that we originally got, and when I was speaking with Bryce Sander from um, Entertainment Tonight. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm still trying to think while I'm talking. From Entertainment Tonight, he even said the majority of the trailer we've seen. We've seen a lot of this already play out. So I'm wondering, are we getting a mid-season trailer soon? And what's coming up? So I know that we have a lot of drama at the end of this. And if you saw the preview for next week, you see where Teresa Giudice is like, my brother, his temper, it's gotten out of control. And you see that things are about to start coming to a head because the more episodes that pass, the closer and closer we're getting to the wedding. And we know that Joe and Melissa did not show up to the wedding. This is where we have the clear divide. And you can see amongst the group right away, when Jen Fessler kicks Jennifer Aiden out, we're starting to see divides. Teresa, Danielle, Jennifer Aiden. Dolores sits in the middle. Melissa.
Don't you feel like Danielle kind of still sits in the middle right now?
No, I see where it's going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So Danielle, Teresa, Jennifer Aiden. Melissa, Margaret, Jackie, and then Dolores is the one who's sitting in the middle. Jen Fessler is obviously Margaret's friend. And then, Rachel is over there with them. So we have 3 against the rest of them. It's wild.
It's wild.
It's wild. I think that this is going to be the best season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey yet. I think finally Bravo didn't F this one up, and I think that they got it right in the sense of casting and just bringing in a younger crowd who can keep the franchise going. Because one of the biggest concerns when we're talking about The Real Housewives, and you say this all the time, is the longevity. Like, are we getting to the final seasons of these franchises, the seasons of completion? Because if you watch the ratings on all of these shows, even Beverly Hills bringing in the highest ratings at 1 million, years ago, that would have been a joke. We were over 2 million.
Right.
So
right.
now it's like, are they just dwindling? Are we just celebrating
Well,
lower
I feel like a
numbers?
lot of these, a lot of the ladies too, and good for them, have been on the show for a long time, right? And people are just to bring in a new generation like this, to bring in a Danielle, to bring in a Rachel, you're adding like just a little bit of of relatability for someone else
Yeah.
to come in there and then learn who these other ladies are and kind of catch up. I think it's a great idea.
And
Like you said, they didn't fuck it up this year.
right. And if you get the casting right, like bringing in a Danielle or a Rachel, it's not just like a somebody to throw into the pot this season because it's last minute and we're trying to figure it out, but maybe the fans won't notice. This is someone we can invest in because we have these same concerns going into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 4 right now. Because from what we're hearing, they had to prolong filming. They're trying their damnedest to get new women in there, and they're probably going to find somebody that they have to just like they were about to cast that new woman who looked just like Heather Gay, and then she had allegedly racist posts come up, right?
Jesus, all of them?
All of
What's
them.
going on with
So
her?
then Bravo had to take her out of there. So she's not even joining the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City anymore because they can't have another Jenny Wynn problem. So now I think hopefully, please, 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 Jersey, do not let these ladies have any skeletons like that in their closet. I think that this was a great investment, and I think that this gives the franchise longevity. And if we get invested enough in our newbies, and over the next 3-4 seasons, we continue to bring them on, I'm okay with Teresa Giudice moving to the West Coast. I'm okay with phasing her out and still keeping the Jersey franchise. It's not, no one person is ever bigger than the franchise, and the only time that I've ever questioned that is with Teresa in the Real Housewives of New Jersey. But now I feel like there's hope.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm looking forward to next episode too.
Whoop, whoop.
And we're going live on Anchor Watch in, I don't know, 30 minutes or so if you guys want to join and get a little break from Vanderpump Rules. But I know that we have some comments in here that Jerry O'Connell is spilling a lot on how he feels about Tom and Ariana tonight on Watch What Happens Live.
Jerry O'Connell, my gosh, such a funny guy. I served him a lot at Tom Tom. Yes, guys, we have Anchor Watch tonight at 11 on our main channel, of course. And then tomorrow we will be back on that same main channel at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific with So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey. We will continue to cover the scandal of it all. Things are going to keep coming out. I have an interesting poll for you guys on both channels tomorrow regarding Lisa Vanderpump. I heard some whispers about her Watch What Happens Live appearance tomorrow. I just want to pick your brain. So keep an eye out tomorrow. We have a lot coming your way. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us for the after party, and we'll see you on Anchor Watch.